So good morning once again. Today is day 10 of senior seminar. The topic for today is money, money. You probably can guess what the topic for tomorrow is. For today's agenda, we're going to be doing the riddles of the day. We're going to be getting to know the FAFSA a little bit more. We're going to go over the FSA ID, and then we are going to talk about the next assignment that you have. And just to start off, what I want to do is just get, a temperature check, just to see how everyone's doing. So scale of 1 to 10, just how you're feeling this morning. One being, I'm feeling pretty bad. 10 being, I feel amazing. I'm happy and excited for the day. And you can type it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. But just give me a scale of what you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10.
I think I'm feeling a 9 today.
Good, a 9. That's a good number right there. How about you, hold on? How are you feeling? Scale of 1 to 10. Or it's right when we start, he wants to be all loud and everything. That's okay. Hold on, you can just put your number in the chat or you can put it somewhere else. But I'm going to move on. So we have some riddles of the day today. Let me make this full screen so you can really see it. So riddles of the day. So the first one is there is a one-story house in which everything is blue. The walls are blue, the ceiling is blue, the windows are tinted blue. What color are the stairs? See if you can figure this one out. Again, I'll read it again. There is a one-story house in which everything is blue. The walls are blue, the ceiling is blue, the windows are tinted blue. What color are the stairs?
There aren't any.
Wow, that was too easy for you, Julia. Yes. Do you know why?
Give the why.
Yeah, you know why. There's no stairs.
It's a one-story house. You don't need stairs.
Well, there you go. That's all I need.
Unless you're short like me, then I guess you would need something, but
But it's still one story, so it's all good. All right, next one. I can travel around the world without leaving a corner. What am I? And this one's got to be easy too. I can travel around the world without leaving a corner. What you got?
I was gonna say a map or a globe, but
Kinda. Not. That is not correct. Think more old school. Travel around the world without leaving a corner. What am I? You have another guess or any other guesses?
I got nothing.
Like, wow, I didn't even know this was it. Hold on, you still there? Do you have a guess?
No, I don't have a question.
No? Okay. So the answer is a stamp. The stamp. I don't know if you sent any letters recently, but a stamp is in the corner of the envelope. Travels around the world. There you go. All right. Next riddle is 10 plus 4 is 14, but can you make 10 plus 4 equal 2? 10 plus 4 equals 14. But can you make 10 plus 4 equal 2? This one you gotta use your critical thinking skills for this one. Oops. Once again, 10 plus 4 equals 14. But can you make 10 plus 4 equal 2? And if you have no idea, just say, I have no idea.
For me, sir, 10 plus 4 does not equals 2.
I know, but can you make it equal to?
You can, but like
10 divided by
uh,
2. 4, actually.
I'll give you a hint. It doesn't have to do with math.
Mm,
Do you need another hint? If you need another hint, you usually use your phone to check it. Do you have any idea? Or are you stuck?
like, are we talking about the time?
Maybe.
Because I was thinking like the hour 14 would be 2, like 2 p.m.
He was using a head rule. That is correct. See, 10 plus 4 is 14 in math. But on a clock, 10 o'clock plus 4 hours, 2 o'clock. So there you go. You got it. And Destiny, we just
Oh,
went, yeah, you got it. Hold on. If you look at a clock, 10, and then you move 4,
yeah.
it's 2 o'clock. There you go. See, now you can use these riddles for your friends. See if they trip them up. I like that the time one because it makes you really think about like when does it ever happen? So on to the next page. So today we're going to be talking about the FAFSA and Destiny's little rundown is we're going to be talking a little bit about the FAFSA. We're going to be talking a little bit about the FSAID, and we're actually going to have some time for you to start the process of creating your FSAID. So to start off, the FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. Anyone want to tell me, or I want you all to give me one piece of what the FAFSA is. And you can just type it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Just give me like an idea of what you think
The
the FAFSA
FAFSA
is.
is like, it can help you get more scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have FAFSA, you're not gonna get to go to college too.
That's pretty true. If you don't fill out the FAFSA, you won't get any money. So you might not end up going to school. Julia or Destiny, do you want to give me like what your definition of the FAFSA is? And you can type it in the chat or you can unmute yourself.
Yes, me.
I agree with what they said.
Okay. Julia, would you like to give us your definition?
A FAFSA is like basically free money for college.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Thank you, Kamai. Julia, I think you would agree with all of them. But yeah, the FAFSA, again, the free application for federal student aid, it is the actual form that you fill out that you send to colleges that allows them to determine how much money to give. So those can be grants, those can be scholarships, those can be loans. But the way that you do it is through completing the FAFSA. So right now, we're gonna have some FAFSA trivia. And I want you to either unmute yourself type it in the chat. But first, we're gonna do top left, and we're gonna go clockwise. So true or false, the FAFSA is the only part of the financial aid process. True or false? You can type in the chat or you can unmute yourself. True or false, the FAFSA is the only part of the financial aid process. So we have one false so far. Anyone else? Type in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Makes life easier. FAFSA is the only part of the financial aid process. We're just going to go over Julia's then. Yes, that is false. The FAFSA is not the only part of the financial aid process. It is a main piece, but of course you have to fill out the FSA ID. Of course, you have to create a FAFSA profile and fill out the actual FAFSA. And then there's some other pieces that come up after, such as verification or the CSS profile. So there's more. Now the next one, true or false, the FAFSA is not used to apply to scholarships for school. True or false? The FAFSA is not used to apply for scholarships for schools. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this one's kind of confusing for me too. I don't know what I was thinking when I did it. So yeah, this one is false. So the FAFSA is used to apply for scholarships for schools, but again, there are other areas that you can use to apply scholarships for. So like you want to use, College Board, you want to use Naviance, you want to use FAFSA, you want to use CapEx, you want to use any of those. That's what you can use. So now we're going to go to the bottom left. I know I said clockwise, but I wanted to end off on this bottom right. So true or false, you need your and your parents' tax information to fill out the FAFSA. True or false? You need your and your parents' tax information to fill out the FAFSA. Really, you're on 100% right now. That is true. You need you and your parents' tax information to fill out the FAFSA. Now, finally, true or false, the FAFSA website is this website right here. True or false? True, you think? You gotta have more confidence. This is absolutely the FAFSA website. Again, the FAFSA website itself is very, very, well, it's not very old. It's pretty old. It's about 11 years old since they created it. So the way that it works is, again, you click here, say, I am the student, put in your student's FSA ID, email address, or mobile phone number after you created it, student's FSA ID password. And what we're gonna do next is just talk a little bit more about the FAFSA. So what is the FAFSA? It connects us to money. Colleges and universities use the FAFSA as a means to determine how much financial aid we can receive. And again, it's different for every school. So some schools use the FAFSA as its main means of doing it and its only means. But then also some schools use the FAFSA and also the CSS profile, which is this college scholarship search profile, which allows them to get even more information about your financial situation so that they can determine how much money you can get. The FAFSA also determines how much you can pay. The FAFSA creates a number, it's called the estimated family contribution, and determines how much money they think your family can help you pay for college. So anytime you fill out the FAFSA, it usually has a number that says next to the line that says EFC, which is estimated family contribution. That number is used by colleges and universities to determine how much scholarships, again, to give you, how much money to give you. So I will show you what it might look like for different EFCs, and I'll look up an example online just to help you kind of visualize it. The FAFSA also helps in completing, it also helps completing the FAFSA and help you connect to different organizations that offer financial aid support. They actually have a question that says, do you want to get more information from, I think it's like a college search organization. And filling out the FAFSA also helps you be connected to, programs like U Aspire. It can also help you get connected to American Student Services. And one thing that I always message about the FAFSA is, like, as long as you're getting some help and as long as you're working with someone to complete it, it can go way, way, way faster. Why do we have a FAFSA? The FAFSA is run by the U.S. government in order to regulate how much money universities can give students. And this is because every university, and whenever you apply, use the FAFSA. It's a regulated website by the U.S. government, and it's also followed by the Board of Education. And they want to make sure that schools are giving the appropriate amount of money to students in every which way, in every case. And then finally, the FAFSA is important. It's one of the most important steps of the college application process. Without it, you will not get any money for college. And as Hold On mentioned in the beginning, if you do not apply for the FAFSA, schools will not give you any money. They will make you pay full price, and no one wants to pay full price for college. I don't think so. Unless y'all can, but that would be kind of weird. So the next piece is what you need to complete the FAFSA. So first, like I mentioned before, you need your and your parents' information, tax information. For this upcoming year, we're going to need 2020 taxes. So I'm going to type this in the chat, 2020 tax information. And do y'all know what tax information, like what is the actual title for it? Like what those forms are? And you could just say yes or no. Okay, cool. That was probably what I was gonna get from y'all. So the information that you need is 2020 1040 44 and the 2020. So now I'll give you a little explanation of what the 1040 forms and the W2 forms are. So the 1040 forms basically outlines how much you made during the year and how many taxes that you have to pay. So it'll put like income tax, it'll put state tax, it'll put other information, but it basically outlines how much taxes that you have to pay throughout the year. And then the W2 form is just the form you get from your job that tells you how much money you made and how many taxes you paid for your specific job. So if you ask one of your parents or one of your legal guardians about the 1040 forms or the W2 forms, they could show an example, but they're just information that tells, oh, you have the job, oh, you pay taxes, and these are the forms that we need to fill out each year. If you take part in the financial literacy class, we might talk a little bit about those taxes and about saving and about different money. So I definitely recommend taking that course if you have time. But yeah, those are the two forms that you need. And I'm actually going to give you a quick list and show you that I have a quick list in the Google Drive. So whenever you want, you can access that to see what forms you may need to fill out the FAFSA. The next is you need an FSA ID for you and your parent. And actually, this will be a good part to go to the FSA ID website. So you can either use this link, or you can just type in FSA ID, this first one. Now, actually put it in the chat because we really use it today. So again, the FSA ID is your free federal student aid ID. This is what you use to create FAFSA, to log into the FAFSA account in order to make your FAFSA profile. What do you need for this? Again, you need your parents' tax forms, but you also need a social security number. And this one is going to be something that we're going to be working on throughout this summer program, just to make sure that everyone is organized with their FSA ID. So typically what you want to do is create a username that you're going to remember, create a password that you're going to remember, and then make sure to confirm the password. The next page will actually allow you to put in more information about yourself. So it'll ask for your birthday, it'll ask for a phone number, it'll ask for an email, and then also it'll ask for your social security number. If you are worried about where to find it, make sure to ask the parent or look up any tax forms that you may have if you were. But the FSA ID is super important to fill it out. The next piece is a working phone number and a working email address. I recommend using your personal email address for this, just because once you leave VPS, you might not have access to your FSA ID, just because to create a new password, you need access to your email. So I recommend using a personal email, because that is the easiest piece. And then of course, as I mentioned, you want to use it, so make sure you have a social security number. And if you have any issues with this, please let me know directly if you are having trouble finding it, or if there's any other issues with you or your parents. We just want to make sure that all students are aware that we are working to make sure that every student gets financial aid. So whatever your status is, we will try to work to make sure that you're getting the proper support. So now we're going to move into the FSAID. And a big piece of this is not only do you need to make an FSAID for you, but you also need to make one for your parents. Just a quick question. Do any of you have siblings that went to college? You can just say yes or no in the chat.
Oh, I have one.
You have one? Okay. Julia or Destiny, do you have any siblings that went to college?
No.
No. Okay. How about you, Julia? No. So for you and for Julia, for you and Destiny, so you're going to be having to have your parents create an FSAID unless they went to college. They might have an FSAID if they went to college in the United States. But hold on, you're going to ask your sister for your parents' FSAID because they should already have it because they should have created one to fill out financial aid for your sister. Does that make sense?
I already created the FAFSA ID.
Okay, perfect. And what I want you to do, and we're actually going to do it in a bit, is just make sure you remember the username and password. Okay? So just write it down somewhere, make sure to save it. But for Julie and Destiny, we're actually going to be working on creating those today.
Okay.
So we're going to take about 10 minutes just to work on creating FSAID. Again, use a working email and a working phone number and social security number. If you need some time to go find those things, please take as much time as you need. But I just want you all to go to this website that I just put it again in the chat, and we'll start the process of creating your FSAID. I'm gonna start my screen share. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go work on that. And then after that, we will come back and we will do a quick closing out activity. I'll play some music so you can, I'll do some more lo-fi here. I'm gonna give you another few minutes just to finish up the FSAID. That's actually gonna be part of the assignment. So before we move on to doing the assignment, or actually discussing the assignment, I wanted to go through one quick thing about this week. So as you can see in the files, there's a bunch of FAFSA resources. There's also a list of scholarships that you can see. And there's also the week 3 presentation. So whenever you need any access to seeing some of the resources that we have and the work that we did, you want to use that. Speaking of the quick list, so this one is an old one. So this is for last year. And it's something that I made for the seniors. And you can actually open it as a Google Doc. But just to make life easier, so this is the FAFSA quick list, everything FAFSA, so social security number. So this number is actually 2020. You know, use 2020 taxes. So I'm gonna actually update that and then add a new copy to it. And then it also has some more information down below about how to fill out the FAFSA and who to reach out to. So if you have any questions, you reach out to school guidance counselors, you reach out to school partners, so you have College Rising Corps, you have Uspire, you have others. But then you also, if you have any questions in general about the FAFSA, please reach out to me either through email or phone. And then what I also show you is, actually, I'll just edit this FAFSA quick list. It looks very weird just because it went directly to Google Drive. So yeah, so I will fix that up. And I'm actually delete this. I will fix that up and then send you an updated copy so you can have it. And then I didn't want to just check in again. The assignments, make sure that you finish the assignment for this week. And make sure you finish any assignments that you have not done so already. We want to make sure that you are getting all the credit for showing up to class and also completing all the assignments on time. So again, you can make sure you do here, week 3, and today's assignment 3, creating FSA ID. And then you're gonna put, I'm actually not gonna have you put your username and password in it. What I actually want you to do instead is just send me an email or send me a message that has your username and password for the FSA. The reason why we do this and the reason why we collect this information is because we want to make sure that you are on top of any forms, make sure that we know what your schedule is in terms of completing the FAFSA and completing those financial aid documents. And it also allows us to have a secure place where you can store those username and passwords so that if you ever do need it or you lose it, we can give you that access. And then again, the assignment for tonight is create an FSA ID for you and then try to begin to create an FSA ID for your parent. And I would also add, make sure that you save the FSA ID somewhere that you would have easy access to it. Again, if you have any comments,
So I
if you
have
have
a
any,
question.
yes, what's up with that?
I need help with my essay.
With your essay? Okay, well, we can talk after we're done with today. But I'm gonna do one more quick activity and then just give you a little introduction today. The next day, so day 11, we're gonna be doing an optical illusion debate. We're gonna be doing a question about, any questions about FAFSA and financial aid, FSA ID. We're gonna talk a little bit about ways to pay for college and some scholarship tools. So does anyone have any questions about the assignment? Anyone have any questions about this week? And what I'll actually do is tell you which assignments you need to complete. And I'll send you a direct message.
I actually have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So when you are applying to colleges and you use like the FAFSA thingy, like how does that work? Like, do you like type in the college that you want to go to? Like, are they gonna like give you an estimate like how much you don't have to pay or something?
See if I can show you. Okay. So the way that it works is you want to make sure that you have the schools use your FAFSA as a way of determining how much money they give you. So when you apply, they actually have a section where you'll put in all the schools that you want to apply to, and then you will send it to them directly through the FAFSA website. Then the schools will process it on their end. It usually takes about 2 weeks to get everything done. But then once they finish that, you will be able to get an offer for financial aid. One thing that you want to make sure is that you get like an email saying that it's been sent to your schools. If you ever add more schools, you can go back and take off. You can go back and send it to more schools. But the FAFSA is just a way for all the financial aid documents to be sent directly to the schools and universities, and then they process it on their end. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so we are gonna do one final activity. And as always, we want to do. Actually, we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. It's pretty fun. So we're gonna take the next maybe like 10 minutes just to do a little fun debate. And share the screen. And I know Kamaya, you're a big debater. So this is a fun little website that I actually found. It's called Would You Rather with a U in the middle. And what it does is every time you log in or every time you refresh the page, they actually have a new question. So for this one, it is would you rather only be able to remember 3 things perfectly or have permanent short-term memory loss? Wow, that is tough.
This one is kind of unfair. I already have short-term memory loss. Like I can't remember what I did yesterday.
Then you'll probably have this one then. Hold on or Destiny or Kamaya, which one would you pick? Would you rather only be able to remember 3 things perfectly? What's up with that?
Have a permanent short term of memory loss, or only be able to remember 3 things that's perfectly.
Do you know which one you would pick?
I picked the green side.
The green side?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Destiny? Which one you
I
picking?
picked the 3 things.
What do you think? Well, Julia, looks like you're. Oh, Julia is in the small group. Okay. Oh, this is a good one too. Would you rather have your life live stream your entire life for everyone to see, or anyone around you can hear your thoughts for the rest of your life? Oh, that's wild.
Live stream.
Live stream? What about you, Hold On or Destiny? Which ones would you pick?
The live stream one.
Live stream? Hold on. You going with live stream or you going with the other one?
Live stream.
Live stream? Like Kamaya, what you got? You got live stream or anyone can hear your thoughts?
I already have short-term memory loss. I'm not gonna lie. So my question is for that. Oh, this one.
The new one.
The one on the right.
This one?
Yes. Because I got some funny thoughts. I am a comedian. I am a comedian.
I will let you know. Everybody else picked live stream, so I'm gonna click that one. Whew. Oh man. Oh no, this is a terrible one. Refresh. Come on. Does it not want to refresh? I'm just gonna click. Wow, 50-50. That's interesting. Okay, next one. Ooh, would you rather have unlimited water or unlimited food? That's a good question.
I will say food.
So we got one for food so far.
I would say water because I think you need water more to survive.
Okay.
You can like dehydrate and also you could like make stuff with water if that makes sense. So
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Julia, Kamaya, what you going with? Water or food? 50-50.
Food it is.
You said water?
Nobody want no water. You don't give me the food. Like what the heck?
Okay, so we have 2 for water, 1 for food. Julia, you're either the determining factor or we're gonna have tie.
Yeah, we're gonna have to tie. I go with water.
Oh, I think that's a So I gotta be the tiebreaker. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with water. I mess with water. Ooh, 50%. That's a force. Okay. Oh, this is nasty. Would you rather lick the bottom of a worn shoe or eat from a stranger's feet?
Drink bleach. I'm just gonna say it. Drink bleach.
You gotta pick one.
I would pick eat from a stranger's feet because I could just politely ask them if they can like watch their feet or something. I don't know.
That's true. You're right.
Cause like
Right.
the shoe one, that's too much. No.
That ain't it. Hold on, Kamaya. Julie, you gotta pick one.
People feet. Ew.
So you're not eating from the feet or you're licking the shoe? You're not picking? Like you gotta pick one.
The shoe.
The shoe? Okay, so we got the shoe. It's a tie right now. Julia is not picking. So Kamaya, you're the tiebreaker.
One shoe. I hope I get paid. Because if I make, weird eye contact with that stranger, you might pay me to do it again. And I'm not gonna know how it feels.
Okay, we're gonna click the shoe. And then we'll do one more after this. Wow. People are not. Oh, okay. Time travel one time and return or control humans with your mind forever. I thought this was an
Control
easy one.
humans.
I thought this was an easy one.
Control human.
Uh-huh. Destiny and Kamaya, what you picking? I feel like I know which one's winning though. Time travel one time. Nah, I feel like control humans. This makes more sense. Yeah, exactly.
I want to pick the time travel one time because I think
Oh,
that would be cool.
where would you go though?
I would travel to the future just to see like
Oh,
how or it's like an alternate universe if that's possible, so I can like see like what it would be like if like I was like a different person or something. I don't know, something like that.
that's different. That's different. I like that. Kamaya, what you got? And then we'll do one more, and then I'll end the session.
Control humans' minds.
Yeah. Woo. 71. All right, last one. Oh, this is terrible. Always speak your mind, including very harsh truths, or never speak up for yourself. I feel like this one's kind of deep, not gonna lie. Always speak your mind or never speak up for yourself.
Always speak my mind because I kind of already do that. So
That's a good point. Hold on, Destiny, Kamaya, what y'all got?
At this point, it's one-sided because I already do one. So with that said, yeah, I already speak my mind. Catch me at Wendy's drive-through. Hey.
Destiny, hold on. Which one you're picking?
Never speak up for yourself.
You don't want to speak up for yourself?
For some reason, no. I like to speak up for myself, but you know what? There is sometimes that you cannot speak for yourself, and that's
That is true. Other people will do it for you too, so that's good. But I like that thinking. I do. And what
I
you
would
got,
speak up
Destiny?
for myself.
Okay, let me click. Let's see which one has more. Wow, that's pretty deep. But yeah, so that was would you rather. If you want to try it, put it in the chat. But again, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you learned something new about the FSAID. Again, please complete the assignments for this week, just to make sure that you're able to get. Yeah, we can do that again tomorrow. I'll add it at the beginning or the end, whichever feels like right for me. But yeah, make sure to complete the assignments. Make sure to reach out to me if you have any questions. And then that is it for today. So thank you for joining us. And hold on. I will talk to you right after we're done. So I'm gonna stay on. But Julia, Destiny, and Kamaya, enjoy the rest of your day. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem.